Hello, everybody. Testing, testing. Welcome to PonyFest. Welcome to Drawing4Exposure. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. Cozy up and join me, please, because this is a panel where I encourage all of you to draw along with me. This is an artist game show. This is something where I want to see all of your responses in the panel feed in the PonyFest Discord server. I want to see your images posted online, to Twitter, to my Discord server. Feel free to join, post in our artist alley. I'd love to see them all. We are starving artists here. That is the meme, the myth, the truth of it all. Artists, true to the stereotype, we are all starving. We can never afford our rent, our food, a place to shelter us at night. So if you've heard the stories or seen the screenshots of Nightmare Commissioners, one of the jokes is that people will reach out to an artist and say, hey, I'm starting a new YouTube channel, business, some sort of entrepreneurial project, and I'd love for you to draw something for me for free. Don't worry, you will be paid once I'm big. Once I have 1,000 YouTube subscribers, you'll be paid in exposure. The exposure that you will get when people come to my website and they see your art and they get curious. And, you know, this will be in a few years, of course. So right now you're drawing for me for free. That is all too common, all too silly. And at these panels, we take full advantage of it and draw for exposure. We do what you want. We're your art slaves. So today I'm here. I'm MidnightPremiere. Hello. I'm here as your artist in-house, and I'm going to draw for you for exposure. So, these game shows have a few different mini games in them, and I encourage you to draw along. I'm going to have different prompts, different challenges, different handicaps, and different ponies, and you are welcome to draw along with any of those different handicaps. If there are tools that I'm using that you do not have, you're free to use other tools. Anything that you can draw on a napkin, a piece of paper, your sketchbook. It can be as sloppy or as beautiful as you want. The point of these games is to just draw fast. We have timed challenges, and we want to get you out of that mindset of overthinking something, of thinking you're not good enough, or maybe the vision in your head doesn't quite match up with what you're drawing on paper. We're here to get you out of all of that. So, without further ado, let's begin. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to roll for a few challenges. So I have some tools with me. I brought my whole setup. I've got markers. I've got canvas. Giant canvas here. And I have all sorts of different tools at my disposal. So I'm going to open the Pony, Tools, and Hazard list. Up here we have Pony, different tools that I can use, and hazards. So hazards are things that will challenge me to draw with, for example, my eyes closed, or my non-dominant hand, or without getting a sketch layer underneath, etc., etc. So I'm going to roll for these. Maybe I should use I was going to project a dice roller, but honestly the physical things are so much fun. I have my BabsCon dice. They sell custom dice at BabsCon. It's so cool. Alright, so I have a D20. This is a 20-sided dice for those of you who don't have a nerd card. I'm gonna roll this, and this will figure out what pony I draw. Now, I ask in polls on Twitter occasionally what your favorite characters are, best pony, things like that, and I do save the poll results. So these are things that y'all have chosen and sent to me. Even this one, I believe, was a year or so ago. So I do save your responses. People in this poll were able to add their own custom responses. So I got some interesting ones. I inserted the main 6, and I also threw in some of the more, the background ponies that I haven't drawn before. Daring Do, Big Mac, Vinyl Scratch. Someone said Stitch and Galarian Ponyta, but you know, Ponyta's a pony, and Stitch can be whatever he wants to be. So, I'm gonna roll. Maybe I can do, some sort of ASMR while I'm here. Do I get extra points if it's ASMR? Oh, that's a bit loud. Nice and calming. Alright, where shall I roll? I'll roll into here. It is a 6. What's 6? Lightning Dust. Lightning Dust is our first victim. Now, for the others, I'm gonna roll the boring, stereotypical little D6. This one right here, the one most people are familiar with. So, what tool am I gonna use to draw lightning dust? And for those of you joining in, if you would like to draw lightning dust, that is the extra challenge mode if you follow along with my prompts. Otherwise, if you have a D20 or just a D20 roller online, you can Google it, you can roll your own character. Alright, that is a 6. Pen and highlighter. Okay. Highlighter will work with lightning dust. Now, one more D6 for the hazards. This is going to be the challenge that I will have to do while drawing lightning dust. 1. With my eyes closed. No, this is a bad combination. Okay. So I've got pens. For those at home, of course, you can work with any sort of typical push pen, ballpoint pen. You can use an artist pen if you have one. And highlighter. I have my trusty orange highlighter, and I don't know, does this yellow marker count? Alright, I'm gonna begin on this canvas. I'm gonna try and squeeze several different characters onto this one canvas. Will they be interacting? I don't know. I might have no choice if I'm drawing with my eyes closed. I don't even know what lightning dust looks like. Lightning dust. Alright, okay, so she's got the little sort of slicked back. It's not quite a mullet, right? What'd you call that? Okay, I'm gonna try, oh man, with my eyes closed, using a pen, this is gonna be a challenge. Okay, I need to absorb the character first. She's got the 3 little floopies, big slick back, and wings. That's important. And then her tail's pretty simple. It's just got the sort of divide in the back. Okay. Oh, and highlighter. Man, alright. Easy, no problem. I'm gonna set a timer for 5 minutes. Alright. Here we go, y'all. If you are joining along at home, I encourage you to post the results as well. Come on, let's all draw for exposure, huh? Let's draw lightning dust with pen and highlighter and our eyes closed. 5 minutes, starting now. Begin. I've already forgotten what her hair looks like. 3 floopies. Okay, I should draw big. She's kind of angry all the time, so I'm gonna try and draw this. Maybe with her tongue out? Oh, no. Okay, ear. She has an ear. I would assume 3 floopies. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, she's gonna maybe be like a little curled up. Maybe she's in some sort of defensive flight position. She's doing some cool trick. Alright, second wing. How's it going, guys? I hope this pen works. I know that this specific one that I'm using is the thinner one, and I haven't tested this out in a little bit. I was thinking of using my brush, pen brush, but I got a little ambitious, I suppose. Okay, she's got a divide here. I'm gonna do some cross hatching. You know, maybe the shading will add to it. I forgot to draw her other eye, but I drew both wings. Okay, so now I'm gonna open my eyes so I can see the highlighter. There it is. Okay. All right. Her hair should be here. Ooh. Let me know in the comments if you've been to a Drawing for Exposure panel before. We've been hosting these. I was looking at the panel lineup. We've done this at PonyFest before, but I need to see if we've hit a milestone, because I believe we've done this well over 10 times at this point. 10 D4E panels. Let's say maybe 20. Okay. How's it looking? Wonderful? Terrifying? She's lightning dust, so I assume she's got some sort of fancy flight path. Do y'all remember the old DeviantArt days when we'd have people drawing their pony sonas in such incredible detail, and they would always include if it was a Pegasus OC, they would always include the flight path detail. Like when you fly really fast, this is what shows up behind you. Lightning dust. I mean, Rainbow Dash already has the lightning, but maybe this is sort of the flash of light. Huh. I don't know what else I can add in 5 minutes. How much are we at? Oh, 1 minute. Okay. Oh yeah, I can do that. All right. Maybe just some sort of fancy highlights around the edges. Okay, something like this maybe. This is already taking up a significant portion of the canvas. "22 seconds. Okay, I'll add the, I'm scared to get too close to the body. Maybe just flight lines. She's got did I add her other foot? I didn't add her foot. I added a tail, but I forgot her second leg. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe it's just tucked in. Maybe I'll add like a whoosh and a whoosh. And, wow. And then lightning. 0. Okay, timer's up. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, this is, here. Get a prime close-up. I hope y'all did better than I did. Well, you know, it's kind of abstract art. I like it. I dig it. I can see the arm, the leg. I did do the wings. They're sort of overlapping. The eye is terrifying. Yeah. That's, maybe what happens when she's been playing with lightning too much. She got caught up in an electrical storm and it fried her circuits. Alright, next one. So, if I've already done a character and I pick it again, I'm going to re-roll it. Same goes for tools or hazards. And yeah, there's plenty of space on here. If I'm not closing my eyes all the time, I'll be able to fill out the rest of the canvas pretty easily. Let me see if there's a question in the meantime to answer for you guys. So, my name is MidnightPremiere. It's nice to meet y'all. I have, let's see, name, previous experience, and dream job. My previous experience, I have been working PonyCon since 2015. My very, very first pony convention was BronyCon 2015. That was ages and ages and ages ago, and my gosh, such a huge convention to begin vending at. I walked into the hall, and of course, those of you who are familiar with the Maryland Convention Center, the Baltimore Convention Center, you walk in and it's got those beautiful white pillars and this massive vendor hall. And I walked in there and I just felt like so small in this world of people that I had only known from DeviantArt. And my gosh, it was such a culture shock and really, really fun. All right, where's my D20? For those of you who don't know, I'll have posted this on Twitter, but I'm going to try and post a video of the footage of another drawing for exposure I'm actually running at the exact same time as this panel. So this panel is, of course, pre-recorded, but I'm going to be running another one at the same time. So when I get back here to my office, I expect to see all of your wonderful pieces of art. Just because I'm a ghost right now doesn't mean I will be tonight. Wow. Okay, I rolled a 5. Rainbow Dash. Yes. We're going with a theme here. Lightning and Rainbow Dash. Best pony. Cheers to whoever suggested Rainbow Dash. She's not my favorite main 6, but she's always the one that I gravitate to draw. Her and Twilight. For my tools, I rolled a 5, so that's a Sharpie. And now for my hazards. So for y'all out there, get your Sharpies out if you have any color. Let's see, I've got any width too. I've got black, I've got this nice pink, blue, another blue, and just let's see, another blue, I have a green, and another blue. Alright, well, it's Rainbow Dash, so this is fitting. Ah, red, orange, and pink. Sweet. I came prepared. Look at that. Okay, now for my hazards. Oh, it's cocked. Reroll. 4. On the floor. Okay. Alright. So, I'm currently in a nice, comfy chair. But I will not be. For the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna sit on this cold, hard floor. Alright. We are going to be drawing Rainbow Dash with Sharpie on the floor. Let me get my Sharpies. Which one should I use to sketch things out? Maybe the light blue. Yeah, I have a thin light blue. Okay. I'm gonna set the timer. So y'all, if you are drawing with me, get comfortable or uncomfortable on the floor. For those of you who have carpet, you're totally cheating. And prepare to draw Rainbow Dash with me. And I want to see these posted afterwards. Show me your goods. Show me all the goods. That came out wrong. All right, ready? 5-minute timer. Begin. Ow. Ugh. Maybe I'll draw like this. Yeah? You can see the beautiful view of the back of my head, and then this part? Okay. Alright, so lightning dust, you know, being what she is right now, I'll draw Rainbow Dash. What does she look like again? Of course the hair, but I want to see... Yeah, okay. So... Why is this coming out green? Okay, now I'm gonna go through with dark blue, I suppose. Can you see that? Is that on screen? There we go. I'll move closer. Ugh, I'm really squished right now. Hair or ear maybe. Yeah, this Sharpie is really broken. And green. It's actually green. Hair is a little... jagged here. I always draw it like Scootaloos a little. How much time? Oh no, I'm sure I'm running out of time. 2 minutes. Ugh. Okay. I gotta stop sketching. Is that visible? Sort of. Alright, there we go. 1 minute left. Okay, I'm gonna color in her hair. She's got red, orange, then yellow. I have red and orange. And then sort of the blue. think I'm done. Ow. Alright, pencils down. Or Sharpies, rather. The problem with all these challenges is it really makes you want to do yoga. Hey guys, you realize how out of shape you are. Alright, here we go. Here's Rainbow Dash. She is maybe a little amused. I'm gonna have to make sure that before this canvas is through, I make sure that there's some sort of clear indication that she or Pinkie Pie pranked lightning dust, so that it doesn't just look like she's, you know, phasing into some crazy dimension and they're just laughing at her. I don't think that would be very in the spirit of friendship, but she does look pretty funny. So right now, Rainbow's having a little chuckle. Okay. Who shall we add on top of this? I'll get my D20 out again. And my little roller. And I rolled a 20. So that is Galarian Ponyta. Okay, awesome. Galarian Ponyta. Nat 20. In D&D, that would be a critical hit. Okay, awesome. So Galarian Ponyta is a Pokemon. A very cute cotton candy-esque Pokemon. Okay, so previous experience, yes. I've worked at PonyCon since 2015. I've also been a staff member at a lot of conventions. I've worked at the, MLP MSP, Cider Fest, Winnie City, BronyCon. I was fortunate enough to get on the design team for the last 2 years. That was a lot of fun. And I've just worked for a bunch of different conventions. I'm currently working for BabsCon as 4 different positions. It's really fun. So, you know, I'm not biased at all, but I'm really excited for the merchandise we have in store this year at BabsCon in San Francisco. You should totally go. As far as my dream job, I would love to be in the writing or acting industry. I think that would be incredibly fun. Drawing is cool too, but something artsy. Alright. D6. The tool that I will be using to draw Galarian Ponyta. 5. We already did Sharpie. Reroll. 4. Mr. Sketch Markers. Okay, so for those of you at home, if you are not blessed with a wonderful set of Mr. Sketch Markers, you are welcome to use any sort of markers. If you have any scented ones, I highly encourage those. I have this incredible set. Thank you so much to Giz. I've been using this at a lot of Drawing4Exposure panels. And this is quite a few years old at this point, isn't it? Very thick. Look at this. My gosh. And it's so smelly. So very smelly. Ooh, and it's got more than just markers, so I can use really any of this palette. We've got weird twisty crayons. We have sort of, I don't even know these are gel crayons. And we have scented sticks, which are like small markers, but I guess they're just called sticks here. They look really delicious, especially these gel crayons. Are very, very tasty when you're working hard and you need a little snack. So we're drawing Galarian Ponyta. And if you're not a fan of Pokemon, if you're not familiar with Pokemon, feel free to re-roll on our best pony list, or choose your best pony. Maybe oh, Galarian Ponyta's a Pokemon. She does attacks. Maybe she has some sort of magic beam that would, you know, phase lightning dust or something. There could be some sort of loving, harmless attack that's going on here. Yeah, we'll make it work. So she is purple-ish with blue and pink. And here's another type of purple. And is there a softer pink? There's a softer blue. Okay. Now, one thing you want to be sure of as an artist, of course, is to make sure that all of your tools are sufficiently taken care of so that they can be at their prime smell all of the time. You can smell their best. So if you have scented markers, be sure to give them a sniff. For science. Yes, I'm using you. Blueberry? Okay. Ooh. That one's pretty good. Alright, I'm going to start with these two. This is going to be a very blue half of the canvas. And did I roll the hazard? I don't think I did. Okay, I'm going to roll a hazard. Where's my ASMR bucket? That's very loud. I apologize. I got a 6. Sketching only. Okay. Wait, sketching only? Okay, so it's going to be messier this time. As if the others... Well, I guess Rainbow Dash is a little cleaner. But it's going to be sketchy lines only. It's not going to be very clean. It's just going to be very artsy. Well, this smells like, I mean, just a, I don't know, kind of a melty, waxy crayon, but, you know, in that good way, in that nostalgia sort of way. I had an experience once where there was a rental car that smelled like waxy crayons, but it was so overpowering. It was basically, I don't know if someone had left crayons in there or some other kind of material that had just melted, and the smell had really been absorbed by the seats and everything. It was overpowering. Okay. Can you see this? I'm going to hold it out in front of me like a violinist or something. And I'm going to draw Galarian Ponyta. Yeah, open my reference in a new tab so I can see it nice and big. Nice and big. Okay. And then I'm going to get my art questions out. And if you have any art questions that you would like answered, please post them on Twitter or in my Discord server. You should totally join. It's a big community server. It's a lot of fun. We meet up at different conventions and host things together. One of our wonderful moderators is hosting movie nights every month. And it's a fun place to be. So you should join. Join and ask me questions and show me pictures of your art. And if you would like more questions answered, more specifically on the art process, you should join me tonight at 9:30 p.m. Central Time to 10:55 Central Time for Arting Starvist, a digital art demo, in which I'm just going to be drawing a pony for you without any hazards. So you should totally be part of that. It's on the neural net stage. So I'll see you there. All right. Are you ready, artists? We're going to be using some sort of markers. And to be fair, I'm using a crayon. A strange, twisty crayon. So if you have some sort of weird tool like this that you'd rather use, go for it. Especially for this hazard. This is sketching only. All right. Are you ready? My friends, let us begin. The timer starts now. Okay. We have Galarian Ponyta. And she's gonna be maybe she's gonna be looking up. We can get that cute little snoot. I'm gonna do this in layers of sketching. That is the fun part of just focusing on the sketch, is that I can do as many layers as I want, and they can be various levels of messy and light and dark. I always start with as light as possible. So it might not be easy to see right now, but I will go over that in a second. Oh, where would our horn point? Something like this, I think. Okay. Eyeballs. And her hair. She's got some hair floopies. She's got a lot of hair floopies, actually. Maybe I should just have them fill up this space. Okay, I want to, before I get too detailed with her head, I want to start adding onto the rest of her body so I know the proportions, so I don't get too distracted. Sort of drawing her bottom half right here. Okay, this is nice. This is a nice little end cap to have right here. And her hair is just humongous. So I'm gonna have it swirl down. Where's her horn? Ooh, it's getting harder to tell what I'm drawing. How far down? It goes pretty far down. I'm gonna have it sort of falling over her shoulder on one side so that I can actually draw the rest of her body without it being completely enshrouded. She has thingies, cloud puffs on her hooves. Okay. And maybe she's doing some sort of magic tech, but I will do that on top in a second. I really want to use my blueberry marker. Okay. Okay, so how do I do this with only sketching? Be like, this is definitely not fleshed out. Maybe her horn. I've really lost where it is. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be a weird, funky angle. Yep, this is totally fine. I'm gonna have her ear. Done something like that. Okay, that seems to be the most, the darkest parts of her. Okay. I need to get my marker. 1 minute already? Sheesh! Usually I'm busy torturing my, my other artist friends, and they're the ones who have to deal with these obnoxious timers. So anytime I actually get put in the spotlight, it's very intimidating. And I respect them all the more. My goodness. Artists are crazy. Why do people do this? Wow. Okay. Sort of sketchy like that. And then we're just gonna oh man. Alright, it's flat here because it's on the ground, of course. And she's got sort of the whoop, whoop, whoop. And this bit, and then these. And then there we go. So she's looking up that way. And sitting down. And the timer's out. Okay. I didn't have time for any pink. Well, the pink probably didn't smell as good, did it? Yeah, this one's not very smelly. What about this one? Oh. I can stop whenever I want to. Alright, so far we have Lightning Dust, drawn with my eyes closed, with pen and highlighter. We have Rainbow Dash with Sharpies, drawn on the floor, and Galarian Ponyta. What was I doing? I was only sketching her using Mr. Sketch markers. She's sort of looking up, sort of, at Lightning Dust, and now there is space for our final prompt. And I really need to fill that out as best I can. So, what shall we do for the last one? The final, where's my D20? Final pony. Y'all ready for this? I hope you're gonna show me all these images. I'll boost you on Twitter. I'll give you plenty of exposure. And you'll get some exposure bucks as well. Oh, if you're part of our server, by the way, but you're not familiar with our October challenge, we are currently hosting OC-tober, in which you are encouraged to draw your OC or any original character in one of 31 prompts. If you participate, you get exposure bucks, and you can trade those exposure bucks in for physical prizes. So, if you are not in on that, you should join our Discord server. Alright, I rolled a 14, so that is Tree Hugger. Let me pull her up. Oh, I forgot to type in MLP. And I just have a bunch of stock images of people hugging trees. Okay, alright. A lot of interesting colors. Definitely will balance out the blue, or will be interesting against the blue palettes. There we go. Alright, what shall we use as our tools? Five. No, stop rolling fives. If these were damage die, this would be really good. 4. Oh my goodness. We've only rolled 4, 5, and 6 on tools. Okay, 3. Crayola markers. Let's do it. This is a new pack that I just got. It is the highest level of artisanal markers. Crayola. Honestly, you can't knock the beginner stuff. I had fun. Actually, it was a fun project I did where I was seeing how much texture I could do with just Crayola markers several years ago. There are a bunch of sketchy lines and stuff, but I really liked the blanket here. See, it's all Crayola. Look at that. That was marker. So, just saying, you can make real masterpieces with these babies. Okay. They are all skinny markers, though. So I'm gonna have to stick to wide strokes. Oh, there's a strange brown one. Copper? That's nice. Ooh. And various levels of pink. I guess I'll need... Well, some of these pinks can work for Tree Hugger. Maybe that darker one. So if you at home don't have Crayola, well, why not? But also, if you have any other type of weird marker or crayon, if you are a pro artist and you have Copics or any sort of other alcohol-based marker, or if you just want to use your blood, sweat, and tears, then I encourage all mediums. As long as you post them and show me, because I want to see them. Okay, she's got purple eyes. I'm sure we will have enough time to do that. Oh, and a cool bonnet. There we go. Okay, so with our thin markers, we're going to try and fill in as much of this space as possible, and this will be our last prompt of this canvas piece. So, what is our hazard? What hazard will we be using to draw a tree hugger with these Crayola markers? And a cough for luck. Nope, it's cocked. I should roll it on a flat surface. Oh, well, the floor is a flat surface, I suppose. It's a 6. Did I already do 6? Sketching only? This has to be weighted. Y'all, if you want the best D&D rolls of your entire life, you should get these Babscon dice. I'm rolling nothing but the highest numbers. 4. On the floor. Okay, already did that. Yeah. 5? With hats. Okay, alright. This one's for my Twitch audience. Howdy. I have a Psyduck put on here. And, you know, it's October, so sort of witch hat on top. A little witchy. There we go. Yeah. Wonderful. Maybe I'll add another Pokemon just to cap it off. Bidoof hat. Okay. So this is more a challenge of willpower and vision limitations. Wow, yeah, it's very heavy. This will be interesting. Maybe I'll hold the canvas this way as I draw. If you out there have any weird, funky hats, you better run and grab them. Or baseball caps, sort of tilt them forward over your eyes. Maybe it'll enhance your drawing ability. Maybe it'll make you feel cooler. I sometimes find when I am out and about at a convention or something, and I have a cool accessory on, like my cool glove or cool outfit, it enhances my drawing ability. It's, you know, backed by science. Alright, so we're going to be drawing Tree Hugger with Crayola markers, wearing hats. On this piece of canvas, we have 5 minutes to finish up this piece of canvas. If you are drawing at home, again, you are welcome to draw on a piece of paper. A napkin, you can draw on separate pieces of paper for each one. But this is the last of these prompts, so I hope you're ready. I guess I should start with green for Miss Hugger. Are you ready? And begin. Oh, okay, that started sooner than I thought. Oh, and I have to be careful how I hold this because the Mr. Sketch Marker Ponita is not dry. Okay, so Tree Hugger's I think she's just gonna be existing. She's gonna be vibing. She sees Lightning Dust being, you know, doing her thing. She's just chill. She's just here for the show or for whatever it is that is going on. Maybe she's a little sleepy. Does she have funky eyebrows? She does. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna... It's very thin. I'll try and thicken out the lines as I go along. She's gonna be sort of looking upwards, not particularly interested or invested. I usually tend to start with the eyes when I draw, and she's got, I'll do that in a different color. Just because I like to make sure that the tone of the piece fits what I'm imagining, and the eyes always set the tone for me. Alright, she's got honestly kind of glazed over eyes. Does she have? No, she's just got normal horse chin. Her ear is showing. Yes, okay, good, good. Not completely, and not on the other side. Maybe I'll make her doing that sort of big shrug pose. It was very hard to turn my head. Guess I'll vibe. I want that on a sticker. Oh my gosh. Guess I'll vibe. Here we go. Does she have any? She's not really wearing anything. I have 1 minute already? Holy moly. Okay, okay. I need to hurry it up with the rest of this. Pink. She's got some sort of like, where is the part in her head? She's got a thing here. And then, nice big block of hair here. And then 3 blocks. Going down here. And, ugh! Bidoof fell off, no! We're losing our hats. 40 seconds. Okay, I need yellow or orange. That'll have to do. Okay, and, oh yeah, and her eyebrows are important. All right. Last brush to her chin. And time's up. Okay. Should I write guess I'll vibe? Oh man, these markers do not adhere to a canvas very well. So I'm getting all spritzy. Guess I'll vibe. All right, we have our tree hugger with Crayola markers. Nope, that's not her. There we are. Crayola markers with hats. Oh, there she is. guess I'll vibe. And this is the final canvas painting. I love that lightning dust is kind of just phased. All of the highlighter starts over here in the corner, and then her body is just contained to this one space in the middle. We have Rainbow Dash giggling at her. You know, we can just assume, we'll have to assume that it's part of some elaborate prank. Galarian Ponyta, who I can't touch because I'll smudge it. She's, you know, maybe she cast a spell of some sort. A Pokemon move. What do they have? An ice base move? Something like that. And, you know, Tree Hugger's just there. She's just chilling. Oh my goodness. Incredible. This is going on the wall for sure. Well, that was the Hazards game. I am gonna free myself from these hats real quick. Thank you for participating. I hope that you've been rolling along with us and drawing with us. I'm going to draw on the computer now. Yeah, there we are. Because why not? Where's my glove? Where's my fancy mitten? Here it is. All right. Now, I'm gonna keep up the pony list. But I'm going to be playing something called Build-A-Body. For those of you who are not familiar, Build-A-Body is a game in which I am going to draw the different parts of different characters, and they are going to be put together, Frankenstein together into some incredible monstrosity. So, if I can divide, maybe I should get my pen first. Here we are. Let's make sure that this can draw. Here we are. Look at that. I'm using digital art now. You gotta have all these tools up your sleeve. Or at least pretend you do. Fake it till you make it. Pencil. Gorgeous. Alright. Now, for this game, I'm going to be doing a diagonal half. I'm gonna make it a little transparent. And I'm going to be doing the top half here, or, you know, the front of the body, something, and the bottom half of the body of another character here. So, for example, let's say this list was SpongeBob, character that I like to use for all of these examples. So we have SpongeBob, who I've totally know everything about because I've definitely watched the show. He's probably got hands. We draw the SpongeBob. We draw the top half of SpongeBob and the bottom half of, I don't know, Pikachu. That's a terrible foot. And at the end of the prompt, you will have something like this, but, you know, much more beautiful and artistic. Maybe with several chins. But from this list. So, I'm once again going to roll. And we're going to see what characters we put together in a terrifying feat of sheer willpower. This is the fun part, and the burden of being an artist is really, once you get used to drawing something, you can just make anything happen. Within that realm, once you start studying on something, you can just make it happen. You want to draw Tree Hugger with the, human hands? You can, because you're an artist now. And that's just what happens. That is your your cross to carry. So let's see what terrifying monstrosity we can make. Now, for those of you at home, if you have a digital canvas, feel free to draw along. You can divide your canvas in any way you'd like. You can do it vertically, horizontally. You can do it diagonally like this. If you have a piece of paper, you can fold it in half so you have that nice little visual crease. Or you can just you can use it on 2 separate napkins. Anything you want. But I encourage you to draw along. 17. Mayor. Okay. All right. Mayor plus $17. No, we're not doing plus mayor again. 9. Rarity. Okay. With the bottom half of rarity. Fabulous. All right. I'm gonna make a new layer. Now, for those of you who are maybe new to digital art or just have not used this wonderful tip, please make it a way of life. Anytime you are drawing on a digital canvas, put a dark background as the background when you start out a new canvas. Otherwise, you subject yourself to eye strain. Ugh. Imagine if you're staring at the screen for several hours, you want something nice and calm in the background. So I always go with some sort of muted purple, but you can do purples, blues, I suggest. They're nice and cool, relaxing colors. They relax your eyes. But people do gray as well. You know, if you're going to be doing art for a living or a hobby, might as well do it right? Okay, let me get my references now. We have mayor and rarity. Now, for this, we're going to be doing 5-minute segments for mayor and then another one for rarity. So we will have time to focus on each respective pony. Okay, mayor, of course she's got the floopy. Oh, I can actually put her on the canvas. Something like this. I'll use her to cover up this section here. And I'm really only going to need the front half of her. There we go. I'm going to hide the pony list. Boop. And get my layers ready. I would say as another artist tip to name your layers, but you know, it's more of a do as I say, not as I do sort of tip, because I do not. There's just too many layers. You know, once you get up to the 50th or 200th layer, you really lose track. All right, okay. Pencils at the ready. Artists, are you ready for this? Even if you don't have experience, I encourage you to draw along. It can be sloppy, it can be crazy. Just join us for this 5-minute timed challenge. I want you stressed. Artists are not meant to be relaxed. That's not in our nature. All right, I'm starting the 5-minute timer. Starting now. Let's go. This music is far too relaxed. I'd put on some Baldur's Gate fight music, but I worry that they'll, I don't know, copyright strike me or something. Maybe I'll have her sort of looking back at her wonderful tail, her new tail. She's got, yeah. She doesn't have any crazy eye shape or anything. Hairline. She's got sort of a wiggle to her hair. I suppose that ear was unnecessary. Something like that. Three minutes. Okay, good. Making great time. And actually, I can open this up. And answer another question. Another question I have is, what is your favorite project and why? A favorite project that you've done? I've done of course, a bunch over the years. Favorite project. And it's very vague. What would it be? Sort of a project for any staff job or personal project. I realized several years ago I was applying for furry conventions because, you know, broaden your horizons and all of that. And I was extremely lucky and I got into MFF, Midwest Fur Fest. I had seen several people talking about that one. I didn't know anything about different fur cons. And I was expecting something entirely different than what I realized. I realized that that is the biggest fur con, and that I really need to be 100% prepared for that one. And I realized that when I was accepted, all of my stuff was pony. And I also realized that one of their art rules, their Artist Alley Dealer's Den rules, was no fan art. So my favorite project that I can think of right now is that I spent 2 weeks hurriedly creating as much original art as I could to sell at these furry conventions so that I would not break the no fan art rule. I had to make all original stuff, and it was an intense grind, and I was live streaming a lot of it, so I thank a lot of the wonderful Twitch viewers for cheering me on. But that was incredibly fun. It was actually a really nice opportunity to study, to force myself out of the comfort zone of, you know, drawing ponies all day. I've drawn thousands of horses, so I can draw them more or less with my eyes closed, for better or worse. But it was a great way to force myself out of my comfort zone, and I drew like 20 different pieces in 2-week period. 18 different pieces. And it was a lot of fun. Doing character studies is a really nice way to gain confidence in a new genre of art or fandom. Okay, I think timer's up. So we have Mayor. Wait, no. It's not up. Yeah. There we go. Now we have Mayor. looking at her fabulous tail, which is going to be Rarity. Or at least the tail will be Rarity's tail. The tail will not be a Rarity. Oh, it's a big image. Let me yoink it down. Can I flip it on this canvas? Yes, I can. Haha. Sweet. There we go. Gonna make it a little transparent so I can see Mayor Mare a bit better. And properly scale my drawing. So it's going to be the bottom half of Rarity. Are y'all ready, artists? I want to see your monstrosities. I'm going to reset the 5-minute timer. Starting now. Okay, Rarity doesn't have any specific, I mean the cutie mark of course, but no specific ornaments on the wrong layer on her bottom half. So I'll maybe just do a stretched out leg. I love sort of flattening out their feet. You know, when you step on, when you are stepping on your foot, putting weight on your foot, it sort of puddles out. Gets nice and fat. It's fun to see. It's a cute little detail for characters. Although the length of her leg is gonna be misshapen. Maybe it'll be forward up here. There we go. Yeah. Because if I draw it here, it'll be too short. It won't match the length of this. I drew her with long legs. Maybe I can even scrunch this together a little more. Wow. Something like that. Can I twist it? Big benefit of digital art. This and the stabilizer are my best friends. Although that makes her look too scrunched now. She's got to be longer. I drew her with longer legs. She's got to have a longer body. And I think I need to move the entire canvas over, really. Yoink. There we go. Okay. She's got, well, I guess it does sort of cascade down. I'm trying to stylize it a little bit. Maybe I'll make her, how much time do I have? 2 minutes? Ugh. If I made her butt, if I made her sort of something like this, so she's sort of showing off her, well, not showing off, her hindquarters are facing us, and that way you can see the tail. Yoink. Okay, and then maybe pretty this up a bit. Whoop. Oh, 1 minute left. No, I'm gonna keep it back there. She has diamonds on her butt. Okay. Whoop. And this I'm gonna keep. Where'd that go? Okay. Oh no, no. Keep it here. Wow, it felt like I had all the time in the world for Mare, but this is suddenly... Oh, am I drawing on the wrong layer again? No! "14 seconds. Easy, easy. Okay, where's my freaky sketch layer? I guess I'll just erase part of that so you can see it better. There we go. Okay, pencils down. Here we have Mare as a fusion with Rarity. Her feet are a little scrunched because I made her leg longer and her neck. So proportionately, well, you know, that's part of the monstrosity is the front half is longer, but the back, the Rarity side. Maybe she's a short queen. Maybe she's a short queen. No one's ever really stopped to acknowledge that about Rarity, and I think it's time that we do. Let me pair this into a folder. Yep. Okay, cool. Mare, and Rarity. Nice. Okay. I like the Mare. I think the eyes are really interesting. I feel like there's an aspect of it that is familiar or reminiscent of an old art style I used to use, but haven't since 2017. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the thin eyes. All right, next question. My favorite programs and tools of the trade. Well, this is a question that I can actually answer more in full at my next panel, Arting Starvist, a digital art demo, tonight at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. And I can show you more of the full process. So if you're interested in the artist process, I encourage you to join that panel. It'll be a lot of fun. But let me see. My favorite programs, I'm using currently Fire Alpaca, which is a really nice program. It is free. That is a big plus. I use Fire Alpaca and Clip Studio Paint. So Clip Studio Paint is more professional, has a really nice UI, user interface. It's something that is really helpful for laying out text, laying out, specific, if you're into all of the fancy text layout, if you're making a piece of art for merchandise, it's a really great program to use to make everything look just so. Whereas Fire Alpaca is all about drawing, raster artwork. It's really nice, but for the professional polish, Clip Studio Paint is where it's at. And let's see, let me pull up my pony list. Tools of the trade. I always default to just pencils, really. I love pencils. Just notes at the margins of my paper, doodles, scrawls. And Copics I've been newly hoarding. And those have been really fun too, to play around with. I used Copics years ago and never got into them, but I realized recently it was because I was using the wrong paper. I was using paper that wasn't absorbing the ink very well. And when I got into it this time, I just so happened to have the perfect type of paper on me, and it was just incredible. When I started learning the ins and outs of Copics, I just sat indoors all day and drew nonstop, and I was just blown away by how versatile the tools are. So are you ready for our next pony victims? 16, derpy hooves. Let's draw the bay. Derpy hooves. And 10, Tom the boulder. Right? It's the boulder, not the tree. MLP Tom. Yeah, he's the... Yes, he appears with Mod Pi. That's right. So he is the boulder. There's a whole wiki for him. That is amazing. Okay, so Derpy and Tom the boulder. We're definitely gonna need a full 5 minutes to draw a rock. And Derpy. This will be interesting. Let's do it. Alright, artists, prepare your canvases. Divide them in half in any way you so choose. And I'm going to prepare the timer in my canvas. And this might be the last prompt of the night. So we are at, yes. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, derpy hooves, are you ready, folks? Are you ready? I'm going to start the timer. It begins right now. Begin. Derpy hooves. The front half of derpy hooves. So I'm gonna, let's see. I'm gonna try and make her, I don't know if she's struggling against it or if she's accepted it at this point. Maybe she's well, I already did a shrugging pose. I don't want to do that again. Maybe I'll do sort of some. I'm going to outline her expression. Make sure that tone is relayed just how I want. And she'll be like, yeah, something like that. Fluffed up chest for sure. What's her hair look like? And wings, I want to be big and sprawled out. Maybe flapping backwards a little bit. I like to draw sort of the front of the front layer of the wing, kind of like this. It's like a long and then a small. Chicken legs. That's how you draw Pegasus wings. Like chicken legs. Then you add the feathers. Yoink. I have 1 minute left. Holy cow. I think this is rigged. Alright, I gotta go over everything. Make it nice and bold. No time for real cleanup. And, let's see what makes Derpy derpy. Yeah, just the Pegasus. Her eyes are closed, so I don't need to worry about that. And 51 seconds. I'll do bright. Just a lot of chaos going on. 12 seconds. Honestly, I've got the basis down. Maybe I just like add that. There we go. Something like that. All right. Pencils down, everyone. We have derpy hooves for the front half. The bottom half is Tom the Boulder. This thing. This fella. We're gonna get 5 minutes to draw a very defined boulder attached to derpy hooves. This is what drawing for exposure is all about. I hope you're ready. Are there any other images of Tom? Tom the Boulder? Boulder. Is it? It's O-U-L, yeah. There's shipping pages. Tom X Boulder for life. Oh, he's not Boulder. What? Wait, no, Tom is the Boulder. The Boulder. Okay, I need to go to the wiki for this. I'm an adult, yes. Tom is the name Rarity gives a large rock in The Return of Harmony Part 2, thinking that it's a diamond. The name Tom is after Tom Sales, a storyboard artist on the show. Okay, okay. So it is Tom the Boulder. Yeah, there are a bunch of images on Google of OTPs, One True Pairings, with different rock characters in the show. Amazing. Alright. Let's go, Tom. Attached to derpy hooves. Are you ready, artists? Pencils up. The 5-minute timer begins. And now. Let's go. And let me pull up a thing. My specialties versus my weaknesses. Well, specialties. I have a tendency, I don't know if it's a specialty, but I always end up drawing something slightly cursed when I draw. I'm very imaginative when I draw, and sometimes if when I have the sketch layer or the idea mostly complete, I can just continue the process without thinking too hard on what I'm doing, which means my brain is free for other actions, such as seeing silly faces in the sketch that I'm making and making the impulse decision to act upon those silly faces and flesh them out. So, you know, it's always it's a common occurrence that I will sketch over my own piece of artwork because I saw something funny and I now need to add, I don't know, human arms to Twilight Sparkle or feet or freaky nostrils or something. Specialties. I do love drawing human hands and feet and wrinkles. All things that are not common in the pony sphere. So, you know, maybe that's just it. Maybe I'm just so pressed because all I have to draw all day are hoovesies that I just have to get the human hands out some way or another. It's not my fault. I'm a victim. That's what it is. Victim of hoofsies. Alright. Boulder. I want him to sort of fit around Derpy's size. So I have this going on. I have some texture markings. I'm gonna try and get as much sketch detail as I can because, you know, just because he's a boulder doesn't mean that he's not as beautiful as a pony. Just because you're a boulder doesn't mean you're not beautiful. And we have 2 minutes left, so I'm going to texturize it. It's sort of, it's just following the light. There's no specific crag in this rock that I need to worry about. So, perhaps I do a multiply layer and play around with these crags in particular. You know, maybe if the light source is coming from here, maybe it's hitting parts of this side of the rock, a little bit of this, not too much though. None of this. There's darkness over here, except for maybe, I don't know, the light's hitting the ground and the ground's reflecting, so maybe there's some here. And then let's say that this part of the rock right here sort of sticks out and the rest is caving in a little bit. Cave, because it's a rock. I'm gonna use my watercolor brush and check this out. Oh, never mind. Don't check that out. Yoink. Okay, I need it a little crazier here. I don't want it that big. Okay. Sweet. Look at that. Get some sort of blurry shadows here. The fun part about shading is when you start mixing soft shadows, you see how it's kind of blurring out right here, and hard shadows. So this part up here is a hard shadow. It just adds so much more dimension. Boulder's getting some real texture. And we're almost out of time. Ugh. And what else? Something like that. Okay, and then final. There we go. Yeah, okay. He's complete. And pencils down. erase that part. Okay. Derpy Hooves has fused into a boulder. I just don't know what went wrong. My goodness. I'm glad I got to pull out the watercolor texture here. With sketching, it's and 5-minute timers. It's hard to actually use that aspect. But I really like playing with shading. Okay, well that's gonna have to stay separate. Down here, I'll add in the name. We have Derpy Hooves and Tom. All right, let's see how much time we have. About 10 minutes. A little over 10 minutes. I might be able to do one more. Let me pull up, see if there are any other big questions. Where'd it go? Artist process and inspiration. My artist process and inspiration. Okay, I'm gonna mull that over. And yeah, we can do one more. Let's do one more. This will be our final challenge. And you know what? I think to finish it off, I'm gonna use the whole canvas, and I'm just gonna vibe draw with, let's see, we'll roll 2 characters, and maybe we'll draw one, maybe both, maybe fuse them, maybe have an interaction. Where's our pony list? We've drawn Rainbow Dash, Lightning Dust, Rarity, Tom the Boulder, Tree Hugger, and Mayor, and Derpy Hooves, Galarian Ponyta. So, what is 16? Nope, we rolled 16. Reroll. A 1. Twilight Sparkle. Okay. Alright, that's a good one. And the second that we might use, 7. Fluttershy. Alright. Fun. Let's see. Twilight. And for you artists out there, if you would like to just vibe, you don't have to adhere to you can do another Build-A-Body, you can fuse these two together, but for now, I'm just gonna fill the canvas, just going to vibe and chat as we complete the panel for PonyFest. If you've been enjoying these challenges, we'd love to have you in the Horse and Around Discord server, where we run community activities, both in the server and at physical conventions, on such as Cider Fest is coming up. We like to run dinner breakfast clubs, or movie nights on the server, game nights, and take group photos, all that fun stuff. Again, we are hosting OC-tober currently, in which you can win physical items, such as my merchandise. You can get stickers and postcards and stuff like that, just for drawing your own OC. Or any OCs. You can draw Little Pip, or Button Mash has sort of become an OC now. Right? Was he was in the show originally. Okay. Twilight Sparkle. I have Friendship is Witchcraft on the mind, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And that's what I'm going to be working with. So, I have about 10 minutes. I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. And maybe we'll do something Friendship is Witchcrafty. Yeah, if I do. Spa. Okay, no easy searches, so I'll just use this one. All right. The timer, if you'd like to join, begins for 10 minutes. You can draw Twilight, Fluttershy. You can roll your own from the pony list. But the timer begins now. You can use any tools you would like. This is the closeout, the cool down, the vibe sesh. Okay. And oh yes, and I didn't even answer my weaknesses. The specialties part, I guess, is just cursed or hands and feet. But weaknesses, my goodness, many. Sticking to one style is the most obnoxious weakness that I've encountered a lot. If I am making some line, a line of characters, and I want to draw them all in the same style for you know, some sort of set. They're all going to be stickers or charms or something. I cannot draw one at a time and then leave and come back to it. It is extremely hard for me to mimic my own style. Every single time I come back to the canvas, I forget how to draw and what my style is, and I have to just hope for the best. And so if I'm working on a set, I'll have to do something like sketch all of the characters in one sitting, do all the sketches at once, and then I can take a break and come back, and then I do all the line art at once. And that definitely works. I just have to stick to it because it is very frustrating when I realize that I forgot how to draw again, and I don't know how I achieved a specific eye style or something. Maybe I should do, well, yeah, let's do this one. Draw her eyes up close, so nice and chibi. This is Fluttershy. And the artist process. So as I've said, I love starting with the eyes first. No matter how big the pose is, I do like to start with just the eyes, and then work my way around there. I do the eyes in some detail, and then I go around and try and sketch everything else out loosely. So everything else I don't want to heavily detail at first. The hair, the ears, the body, the props. I want to get a layout of, you know, what the pose is going to look like, how big the movement will be, what shape the whole image is going to be, if it's sort of relegated to a square, you know, or if the character is jumping out in a line. I want to sort of get that in mind. Oh, maybe I can do that sort of cute curl that she's got. But yeah, the hair I think is, or the eyes are the most important for me to get that tone. I've done it before many times where I have ignored the eyes until later and then realized that the tone doesn't convey what I want it to, and it's a harder fix than I'd like, and it feels like maybe I need to change the rest of the pose, and I don't know, it feels like it's more work than it's worth to correct those poses and I often end up starting over. So eyes I like to start with. Okay, she's holding a book here. What? We didn't already run out of time. Oh my gosh. We did not. That was a 5-minute timer. My goodness gracious. Scaring the heck out of me. Okay, 5 more minutes. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, we're just doing Cult Leader Fluttershy. That is what this piece is. Alright, she's got her hoof here. This is the scene where she's in the spa and she is announcing details on Lord Smooze's return. There we go. If y'all enjoyed this panel, I highly encourage you to join our Discord. Hang out with our crew at conventions. We have a really wonderful panel of artists that will join me for Drawing for Exposure, so I get to host and torment them. And some really fantastic people. And if you are shopping around at PonyFest, I have a vendor channel. So go check out my wares. I have some new stuff on my Etsy store. And I have 3 minutes to finish this. Ugh. Okay. Look at that angelic face. Which is a baby. So cute. So cute. And, you should join me this evening for Arting Starvest, in which I will just draw a full pony for you and explain my process in more depth. I'll give you the full tips and tricks that I use for digital art. And if you are on the Discord server, I will be sharing images of the other panel that I'm in at this very moment, right now, on Saturday. The other panel that I am in at a furry convention. Also, Drawing for Exposure panel. So I'm very curious as to what monstrosities I'll be drawing for the furry audience. I don't think I've ever run it for furries before. We shall see. Okay, what is this? This just has some happy shapes on it. Cults. Let me see. C-U-L-T-S. Make sure that looks like an L and nothing else. Cults and you. "55 seconds. There we go. So yeah, my artist process is very slow as well. I consider myself an incredibly painfully slow artist. I don't know if I just get distracted with the process. Maybe it's too relaxing. but I do find it hard to, even with these time challenges, I always find myself the slowest artist. It's tricky for me to focus on the content, coming up with an idea, because I think the sketching part is the most thought intensive. Once I've got the sketch down, you know, if I'm just lining something, I can vibe out. I still go very slowly, but at the very least I'm not, you know, trying to balance heavy thinking at the same time. But when I'm sketching, I put a lot of overthinking into the process, and it slows me down. So I find challenges like this to be very healthy. It's nice to break out of that comfort zone. Right, we are pretty much finished. Gonna sign my work. Artists, be sure to sign your work. Wow. What is it? 23? All right. That is it. Thank you, everyone, for joining Drawing for Exposure. I'm really excited to be here at PonyFest again. I'm going to be selling my wares, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining. Join our Discord server, and join our OCtober prompts. Follow me on Twitter at MidnightPrem. Show me your wonderful artwork. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. I'll see you at Arting Starvest.